Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Fall of the Republic 1.2 preview playthrough as the Galactic Republic. In the last episode, unfortunately, Naboo has fallen. So we are in the process of trying to build up a new military down here, which is going to be scary. There's a lot of stuff floating around, but we are hopefully going to be able to stop them from taking Praesetlin, Ariadu, or Sullust just by virtue of the ground stuff. So you know what? If we're going to rely on that, I'm going to not build those. I'm going to instead build the Golan 2 here and the HV gun. And try to defend in space on Praesetlin and on ground in Sullust and Ariadu. So we'll leave these forces here until these two are done. Then we're going to move them over to Ariadu or Praesetlin. Or Sullust, rather. But we are going to take Christophsis by moving these guys on over. But for those of you watching on YouTube, this is being recorded live on Twitch. So I'll be answering some Twitch questions as we go. And if you'd like to watch these as they get recorded, that can be done usually on Mondays. Would Sullust be better in space given due time? Eventually it would be, yes, but the money we need, it'd be about 20,000 credits and a few weeks worth of time to build up the stuff to make it reliable, and we can't protect it until then. So it'd most likely just be a credit sink, plus I'd need the 3,000 for the HV gun. So when we have Anakin on the ground here and an A6 Juggernaut, even though, like, given the option of having a built-up ground Sullust or a built-up space Sullust, I would pick built-up space when I already have the ground defenses that I think will be able to hold them off with. And I know how big the fleet is that they'll be sending after us if I build more up in space. I think it's the better play right now to focus on building other stuff elsewhere and trying to just hold it on ground. So we're going to take Christophsis. This is probably the last preview playthrough in Fall of the Republic, or last release in Fall of the Republic, where Christophsis doesn't have its own unique map. Colin's been working on some new props and textures for getting a Christophsis map going. So that's all looking really cool, and soon we'll be able to get a map built for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it or someone else is. I kind of want to do it, but I haven't called dibs quite yet, because I want to do a couple maps. I did enjoy doing the mapping streams we did a little while ago. This may be a mistake for old Mr. Kenobi. Alright. Joke is horrible. Alright. Go for those. Obi-Wan, or clones, shoot the vehicles. Obi-Wan, you can infantry them to death. Alright. And Obi-Wan, you don't want to kill the infantry too quickly, because you can heal off them a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I was talking about this between the episodes on Twitch, but the Pen Star Alignment playthrough, which is supposed to start this weekend, may be a little bit delayed because more of their content is close to ready than was initially going to be. So having a few extra days to finish off a couple more units to get into the campaign, I think would be probably worth it. So we might have a few more episodes of this. I am going to do the preview video for all of the Warlord ground roster reshuffling and reworks during the week. And there are something like 20 new ground units that are going to exist across or 20 new ground vehicles. Because there's more infantry on top of that. There's going to be something like 20 new ground vehicles between the four factions, the four Warlords factions. To say nothing of anything we decide to add for the Empire itself. So there's very little overlap between any of the Warlord factions, both in space and on ground. They are effectively all unique, not just in playstyle, but about as much uniqueness in terms of roster, direct roster, doing the different things as is physically possible. We've dove deep into the obscure world of old source books and comics, and there's some interesting stuff out there for Imperial vehicles. How much more do we need? Okay, not much. No, the Black Sun does not have Star Destroyers. Alright, so we're gonna get you there. And we're gonna kind of do the same thing here. Or maybe we won't. Do we just try to get back to Naboo? I don't know why I said it like that. We're going to the Naboo, apparently. The Empire of the Nutbex Playson's asking, does the Empire of the Hand have Stormtroopers besides the Hand of Judgment? In universe, yes. In the mod, it's not something they build. The Stormtroopers would have been part of the Empire of the Hand, but not like a major thing. So we represent the 501st, the Empire of the Hand's 501st, through Hand of Judgment, Orc 7, that kind of thing. And we have, within their infantry units, we have the Stormtrooper Sergeants. Some of that may change how it's represented with the government mechanics and everything that when the Empire of the Hand gets to that. But that probably won't be a focus for this release at least. That'll probably be something we work on more alongside the Chiss. There we go. The Warlords also won't necessarily have automatic Stormtrooper production access themselves. So, that's a thing. Alright, they will be able to pull them over from Nilvan. But I'm going to bank on them not doing it just yet. We're going to have the Wonder Twins together. That's the official in-universe name for Obi-Wan and Anakin. Alright, let's move this Pathfinder slot. Get over there before they invade if we can. Where are they? I guess they're coming down from that area. This could actually reduce our influence if we let them just sit there.
Beginning construction.
So I need to pull them over. We don't want to get blockaded when we're going to be low on influence. Alright, Obi-Wan. Then we can move Shaq T away, I think.
A little different to face an experienced Jedi, isn't it?
Alright, let's bring down his legions. So there's a lot of questions about this still, like when we're going to add the Clone Trooper legions. But if you bring down clones when you have a hero, then you get the skins. You can see we've got Obi-Wan's legion there. And the way you can tell is if you hover over the hero, you'll see at the bottom, capabilities Legion, Tier 1, 212th Attack Battalion. Tier 1 just means Obi-Wan gets the highest priority right now. So whenever he's down, you'll get the 212th. If you bring clones in after. So that's how you get those. You don't build them as a separate thing. We're not going to be making them something you build as a separate thing. But if you have a hero that has that, like Shakti doesn't, Ordo doesn't, Cody does, where he gets the 212th as well. So it'll always say in the tooltip both how you get them and the tier is who takes priority over who.
Your skills
If you have
are
multiple
faltering.
heroes.
This should be interesting.
We should rename that to actually say priority rather than tier, but that's what it is right now.
Overconfidence is a weakness.
They don't have any structures here, so I don't know where they're gonna come. You know what? Some of you just get in Galat.
If I'm Obi-Wan, does that make you Obi-2?
Turning your own name into a pun like that. Took them a while to really figure out Obi-Wan's actual wit in PW.
Area's not secure. That'll buy some time. Cadet mistake. Closing range.
You haven't exactly impressed
We need to
me
go
so
down there.
far.
How's the good part?
Right,
Your skills
Obi-Wan.
are faltering. All the fuss over this.
So we have no intention to ever make the legions buildable. They'd be just entirely redundant units. Like they'd clog up the build bar, and there'd just be a lot of unit variants for no real purpose. But one thing that I have thought about doing is putting in a way for players to select a default one. So there's like an additional options menu that if people want the default to be, because they're an entirely cosmetic thing, so as long as there's like a reasonable way to allow people to select it, there's no problem with that really.
I'd work on my defensive forms if I were you.
So if people want to do always 5-0 first, or like primarily 5-0 first, or like primarily 212th, or primarily whatever other one, you could allow that. No, that again, awesome creation. No, like we don't want them buildable anywhere. Not like locking them behind influence doesn't make sense for that either. We don't want them on the build bar at all.
Setting up a shot.
We wouldn't want to lock the option behind influence either. It should be like it's an entirely cosmetic customization type thing. So if we have a reasonable way to do the option, we just let people pick it.
Planetary control achieved.
Go. Badu's asking, you thought on making Jedi like Luminara being buildable in the Jedi Temple, like tier 5? So there will eventually be a kind of selection system for Jedi, similar to how the fleet commanders work, where you get to pick like which of your admirals you want. So there will be a similar thing for like some clone heroes and for Jedi.
What's the order?
Once we have enough Jedi to make that worth doing.
There's nothing we can
Because we don't just want players to be able to spam like 500 Jedi heroes. We want to be able to represent a good chunk of them. So they'll get a system like that. It's just right now we only have so many models for them. And character models are also one of the more difficult things to do. And it's one of the things where we have like so much stuff we have to do that doing like secondary options for a thing where it's mostly just variety at that point. That's not where priority will typically be at the moment.
closing on the target.
All right, taking Naboo. So let's get all of our stuff back. And yeah, it's the same answer for Bad Batch. Like, it's a thing that would essentially just be in there as an option to swap out something like Delta Squad for, but it's 5 unique models that we'd have to make, which, again, there's other more important stuff to do with that right now. Here at Kuat, let's get... This bucket is out of control. And we can afford Gantrathor pretty soon, our Mandator. Do we keep building up? We got a bunch of these guys at Mon Cal. We have Shunan's Victory, Ironic, CR90, regular Ack, Garrick, regular one. Okay. Yeah, they at least pulled out of there. I don't think we want Boz Pity just yet, but... Taking Tibrin probably wouldn't go poorly. Like, this area of space is what we want to shut down sooner than later. That building... Okay, we can unpause. How are we looking in the tabs here? Economy. The CIS is slowly ramping up a little bit. They're spending a lot of their money as they're getting it. They're only 2 times less than the military, and their planets are not doing great either.
Construction complete.
Again, it will be a bit of an easier campaign because the CIS is still suffering from the work-in-progress economy more than we are even. So even though we're on Cruel, they're gonna struggle a little bit. We gotta let that run out.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ooh, nice try, Dooku. You fucked it up. And we have an interdictor. Sucks to suck, sucker.
Enemy contact.
Watch out for those asteroids. Those guys, they're not going anywhere.
Your orders? Let's move this bucket.
Pilot. Over there.
Watch
I
your
wish I
flank.
could say I'm sorry, but instead,
Commander.
fuck yourself, Dooku.
Our Quentin's here. Reading you loud and clear.
All lights are green. Plot our course. We can move on to the next area.
You ever know that you can fuck
sir.
yourself? Oh, I sent the mine over. Yeah, there's
Ready for
Reading
command
you loud
in
and
the area.
there's someone who used to listen to TapCap and would email like every week telling me and F not to swear.
At his finest, sir.
Then he commented on
Ready to deliver.
a lore video that I did about it recently again, and it was on like the Yavitha committing genocide, and like the comment starts off with him talking about how our foul language stops him from being able to listen to the podcast, but then just going on about how cool the Yavitha are. It's like, okay, so genocide, but us swearing sometimes is that's a bridge too far.
Give me a target.
Z-95 responding.
Full throttle.
Seems like slightly skewed priorities there. Like, I understand some people don't want to hear swearing. That's fine.
Our concentrated fire
That's
seems
your
to be having
own
effect.
prerogative. But telling me not to swear on my own stuff and then Also saying how cool the genocide is in the book. It just there's a bit of contrast there, I think. I don't know. Incongruity in the responses. Right. We do like this fleet being over here. We do have 2 fleets in this area now. So that's good. And that does actually tie it all up to the core forces as well, if we go the long way around. Which is not ideal. If we could take... It's going to be the fastest route. Like, Mechis and Fondor are the higher priority targets in there. But really taking Tina and Dinan would be nice. But I don't know. I don't know. We could do another nice little raid with these guys. Go over to Fondor. Probably won't. Could. Get some more money. Dooku has in fact. So we can build up more in space. Yeah, I think we'll want the units first. So where do we want to get a unit? Here at Rothana, I think we're gonna get the Old Guard, along with Order 66. We'll get. Let's go to Kuat and get some support for this, because we don't have much in the way of the smaller ships there. So let's get one we haven't used yet. Flower Power, I believe we haven't. GRSS Wasp. Can afford Potato Freighter. Yeah, the generic buildable Jedi are gonna get reworked. Be better.
Follow me.
I'm gonna send them to Tibrin. That should be something they can handle. And Obi-Wan, this is no longer your army. You're going with your little buddy there.
Must have spent too much time on Commando.
I'm gonna leave. Take Cody with you. Doc T, this is just your army now.
Construction complete.
Cruiser ready for combat. Approaching.
Ooh, they're invading Bothawai with that? Alright, Ayla, you do it first. They don't have much here. It's only a couple structures and a couple units. I think Ayla and Delta can handle that. I'm going to turn. I think you can even hear the music.
They only have numbers on their side.
Choose your reinforcements.
Destination is acknowledged.
Good to see you, Commander.
Hey, 3-5,
Let
check
my
it out.
droids come.
Commandos.
That's that.
If they're anything as good as I hear, they can practically win the war themselves.
Anytime, anywhere.
Leave me alone.
We have nothing.
Alright, we have no money, so we can't support them with turrets. Not even a back to tank, which would have been very helpful.
Never depend on a droid. Fine. Anytime, anywhere.
Alright. The bikes could mess up the Jedi. So, well, not the CIS bikes really, so
It's pointless. Let's get moving.
we're gonna have to rely on Fixer.
A Jedi is without fear.
Lock and load, Delta.
Looking way to hone our skills. No, it's too quiet for my liking.
Leave me alone. Time to find some protection.
My blade cuts deep. Jedi can be electric.
Alright, we need to make sure we don't just get killed by that anti-tank anti-infantry turret. There we go. And now, can you guys take out that one? Okay, Scorch, you're going to be needed for that. Ayla, back off. What about those Droideka? Here we go. Get out of there. Oh shit, we found the vehicles. Ayla, get over to the infantry. Delta. Okay, Ayla, you're gonna die for this.
Jedi can do a lot of damage. The Jedi is without fear.
There we go.
No, it's too quiet for my liking. No, it's too quiet for my liking. Fine. The battle's not over yet.
Sir. Can you move, sir?
They
All right.
only have numbers on their side.
Ayla, you're still okay. Well, not okay. You're still alive. You're close to Fixer. I'm not sure if he has infantry healing, but there we go.
I'm ready. And where are the presents? Let me
Sev, you're on B2 duty.
my blade.
The rest of you can just chill back here for a second.
Nothing to fear from these droids. Good to see you, Commando.
Alright, back off.
Let's set a trap
Let
there.
me know if you need any help. No, it's too quiet for my liking.
Okay, stay back there and Scorch.
Let's form up. Secure that area.
I'm ready.
Nope. You can still stay back there, Ayla. Boss, this one's yours.
Don't need to get up close and personal.
Scorch, in position.
You have nothing to fear from these droids. Good to see you, Commando.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
Fine. You managed to impress me.
Hug some wall, Commando.
Handle them.
There we go. Alright. Let's get up there.
A Jedi is without fear.
Scorch is back and ready to go. Hey, Sam, this one looks like your mother. Moving on.
Okay. I'm gonna need Ayla to shut down the anti-infantry turret. But I want to kill that first. Just so we don't, like, draw them into the
Fear from these droids.
turret. Okay. Now we can go up. And get over there. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't attack Bondor with this.
Good to see you, Commander. The Separatists build
Okay.
them, the Jedi take them apart.
Aiding 07.
The battle is upon us.
Get that
Need
one.
any help? My lightsaber is ready. They only have numbers on their side.
Take the distance down.
Good to see you, Commander. The Separatists build
Good
them,
job,
the
Ayla. That
Jedi
was all
take
you.
them apart.
Boss, don't take cover anymore. And you guys go to the barracks. I think Boss and Scorch can do some good damage on that.
My blade cuts deep.
And you two can go for that. Pull back a little bit.
Good to see you, Commander.
Alright, you got him. And with the detonator. And I'm gonna try to save... Scorch, please don't... Good enough. And we'll just crush the,
This war has provided me too much purpose.
crush the capital, or the local headquarters with that one.
I am ready. What is it, Commander? What is it, Commander? Follow me.
And we got ourselves a turbo laser, so that's pretty epic.
What is it, Commander? What better way to join us?
You guys come in, defend Ayla. Except for Yusef, you take out some droids. I think Ayla's fine, we just gotta keep an eye on her health for now. And... no... There we go.
More of an enemy presence. I can handle them. Good to see you, Commander. I'll hold them off.
Alright.
See you. Anytime, anywhere. Forces of evil will never triumph. We have nothing to fear from these droids.
I wonder what the weather's like in Commando right now.
My blade cuts it.
There we go.
For my liking. What are we waiting
Stealth is not an ability we want widespread in any way, so... Alright, I think we're going to leave it there for today's episode before this Bothawai assault comes in. So for those of you watching on YouTube, hope you're enjoying the series so far. We're going to record at least one more here on Twitch. But for those on Twitch, stay tuned. So hope you're all enjoying the series. Hope to see you next time. Bye!